right before I drive away to forget. Why do I give a damn after everything we set up?
G'day guys, Chaos Chronicles. Alright, so it's recently occurred to me that you guys have been missing out on so much good content just because they would only make shorter videos. And so I figured, yeah, we were just going to go ahead and do them anyway. And yeah, if it's going to be too short, I'm going to maybe I could chuck two videos together, or we could just go ahead with the shorter video. We'll see how I feel in the end. But anyhow, I thought because we done the last video on Bupe, I thought I'd do another video on Buscopan or Buskies. It's better known as Buskies, which is this crazy thing. And don't ask me how people come up with this thing, right? So Buscopan is a drug for something to do with your stomach. Mind you, you can buy this at the supermarket. And once again, I do not condone the use of any drugs. This is a channel that talks about jail and crime and stuff like that. So, you know, this is stuff that happened while I was in prison. So I'm going to talk about it. And if it does offend you, you can always move on. You know, it's not hard. Just click that button and it will move you to the next video. Anyway, so Buscopan, right? Don't ask me how people come up with this. This is a stomach drug for, like, I don't know, for like if you've got like gastric problems of some sort. I do not know what it is exactly for. I am not a doctor. And but yeah, it is used for your stomach, and some, I don't know, some very bored person has obviously thought to himself, I wonder what happens when you smoke Buscopan, right? And I'll tell you exactly how this came about, right? So before Bupe strips, there was Bupe pills, and yeah, they were very highly sought after. And so they used to crush them up, put them on foil, and then they used to smoke them. So all right. So yeah, the Buscopan, and people smoke this shit, and like. I'm not gonna lie, I have tried it, and it was the most unpleasant feeling. Like I don't even. It was kind of like maybe um, like people trip out really, really hard on it. So in saying that, it was probably like LSD or something like that. I don't know, but like it was very unpleasant. And yeah, thank God I was in the cell, a single cell that night, so no one else had to witness that. But yeah, I just remember feeling like I hate anxiety. I think it's a really, really big, demon that men need to speak about more often, and even the ladies as well. But yeah, anxiety, I hate it, and like this just made me feel real anxious. And yeah, I was tripping balls, but yeah, it made me feel really anxious, and I didn't like that. And yeah, on the not to do again list, that was for sure. But yeah, the crazy shit what people do on this is like bonkers. So I'm pretty sure I've made a video on this before. Um, one of the bits of it. And so this one time, so a person walked up to the screws desk wearing a shower cap. I think he had a towel around his waist and had glove boxes, so like glove boxes, rubber gloves. So plenty of rubber gloves in prison, and they're everywhere. And so like this guy had rubber glove boxes on his feet, wearing them as shoes. And yeah, just bonkers shit. And yeah, I'm pretty sure he asked them to call him a taxi. And yeah, I remember he was locked down for that. And yeah, that was pretty funny. But people do crazy shit on it. I know another dude got caught naked at the screws bar box. I can't remember what he was doing there, but asking them something like completely stark naked, like it just makes you, yeah. So do not try it. I do not condone this and would not suggest you try this. It's a very very yeah, putrid feeling. But yeah, it goes to what I'm saying, that like people will try absolutely everything in prison just to see if it's going to feel like bupe, right? Especially like when the bupe was on pills. I imagine it doesn't happen as much, but I know I myself have tried this, and have tried smoking other barbiturates and antidepressants and shit like that, just to see if it would give me an effect like smoking butte did. I mean, because they didn't know that when they made it, that when people smoked it, it was going to get them, you know, just as high as the people that take it orally. Um, and yeah, I just think it's crazy that the lengths that what people will go to. Another thing that I've tried in prison was magic mushrooms. So I know for a time this was pretty big, and you have people that would have like magic mushrooms stored up and stashed away for a special purpose, a special day or whatever. And I can remember. So this was the second time I had tried it, and I remember we went down the gym and it started kicking in. I was at MRC at the time, and there's this big race that goes all the way down to the gym. And I remember walking, and it just hit me, and I was like, "Damn, I am tripping balls." And me and my mate went and played tennis, and it was just so funny playing tennis. Like the other people must have been that were actually training and that, like, because they got the gym next door, and then they've actually got like a volleyball court and that in another room as well. So it gets pretty full, and people must have been thinking, "What the hell are them guys on?" Yeah, because I was really tripping balls. And then I remember they took us back to the unit, and because staff shortage or whatever, they had to put us in the urine tanks the urine tanks right there, where they take you through the gate. And so they put us in the urine tank, and walked away and left us in the urine tank. But there was one guy sitting in there, and I remember me and my mate were the only ones going. We were in Cambridge at the time, and we were the only ones in Cambridge. And so I remember, yeah, sitting there with this one dude that was trying to tell us that he was from Bellbridge or Burnside, which is one of the first two units when you do get to MRC. But because we were tripping and we didn't know this guy, we were both thinking he was a cop, and yeah, it was pretty funny. And yeah, magic mushies were pretty big. Like it's not a big thing where um, it's not where people are going out of their way to, get magic mushies or whatever. Um, and then, what are some other ones? Like it's just like anything that people will take on the outside, and I always say this, so anything that people will take on the outside, people will take inside, and there are ways to get it. But yeah, I'll keep on bringing you videos that might be a little bit shorter, but yeah, still they're still funny, and you definitely need to hear them. All right, so once again, I do not endorse or consent to anyone taking any drugs, and drugs are bad, and I do not take drugs anymore. So yeah, there you go, guys. All right, I've been the Chaos Chronicles.
I am
We
also the guy who decides if you and your friends walk out of here or not.